exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action now. Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ziggy Ansah coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Flacco. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10, Flacco once more. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Well, the Seahawks heading out here on offense. Let's talk about last year. One to forget, Charles, in the Pacific Northwest. 7-9, a seat on the couch in January for these players, and that broke a streak of 5 straight seasons of double-digit victories and a playoff berth.
And I think they lost their identity a little bit along the way. On offense, they've always been a run-first team, establish a line of scrimmage, and bludgeon people. They didn't have that at all. Their offense ran through Russell Wilson, and he was magical, led the league in touchdown passes, but they are at their best when they're able to run the ball first and take control. On defense, age caught up with them. The Legion of Boom, no longer the same, and many of those guys will not be with the team in 2018. They will be starting over, but they have a smile on their face. I think this is a challenge that their head coach Pete Carroll relishes, and they look forward to being the underdog in the NFC West.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Eluding the pressure right. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Hey, over here, over here. Run left, run left. Wilson, team.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Let's go to work. Let's go to work. 14, 14. Cut. 380. Hey, over here, over here. Gotta go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Trey Madden punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. These Broncos coming off 2 years of not making the playoffs after winning Super Bowl 50. And last year in Vance Joseph's first season, they went 5-11, had an 8-game losing streak. Now, look, the defense remained elite. But the quarterback carousel, the general lack of offensive production really led to a disappointing 2017.
And in order for them to reverse that, they've got to continue to play to their strength, which is their defense. And they did that by drafting Bradley Chubb at number 5 overall, the defensive end out of North Carolina State. Gives them extra pass rushers. But on offense, they made a peace offering to their defense by signing Case Keenum at quarterback. That should calm down that position and open up possibilities on the offensive side of the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hey, Roger, 5-4.
To pass, Flacco. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First and 10 here for Flacco. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's the first NFL carry for Rashad Penny. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. Here's Lynch to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
19.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here's Wilson to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
19.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 50, check 50. Sweet 15.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
14. Hey, over here,
Penny will try to punch it in. That is touchdown number 1 of the NFL career of former Aztec Rashad Penny. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you can kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And that's the first NFL catch for Courtland Sutton. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Flacco right back to work after the pick 6. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Flushed out right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Shotgun. 47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And he's into the clear. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. Come on. Let's go, 14.
On second down, here's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Run it. Gotta go. Hey. Put your hands on him. Get hands on him.
Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Check out routes. Gun. Hang on, Jeff. Wait.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Yo, lead.
2nd down. Flacco now. He completes this to Sutton. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A red zone first down for Flacco. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Rewind. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, red.
Flacco will take to the air again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And McManus able to put it through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, red. 3 wide. You're over here.
On first down, Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Flacco. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On third down, it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
380. Gotta go. 14.
On second down, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
19.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team with their drive.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Third and goal, Flacco. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and This isn't working, and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Detroit.
On second down, here's Lynch. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
18. What? 380. 12. Gotta go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wilson now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Gotta go. Clear. Hey. 12. 14, got it.
Now Wilson on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson leaves it for Petty. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Flacco from the gun. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Hey, Roger, 5-4.
Here we go, 4th down, 4th quarter, Flacco. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. Left side here to Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throw left side complete. That's Hamilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Hey, hey, red. Stand, waiting. Hey, red. 3 wide.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, red.
They go pass again with Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey. Got three down.
Once more, it's Flacco. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Detroit. Gun.
On first and 10. It's Lynch going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Again on second and 10, it's Lynch. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Here's Wilson to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second down, Flacco now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Wilson going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
14.
Again, Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Nick Vanette, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Rewind.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Flacco, escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 35. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the